not that one.
Of the president of Guyana leaving the country, basically very, very quietly, and you only knew that he left after he had left. The other countries in the Caribbean, in particular Trinidad and Tobago has set a very high standard. But what happens, and this is what you call mature democracies, and in mature democracies, that is how a government behaves, that they have invited the leader of the opposition to be part of a delegation representing the people of Trinidad and Tobago, all of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And this, I believe, would have been a signal moment for the president to show that he is magnanimous, that this is what the people of Guyana wanted, and this is what would represent the people of Guyana. But clearly, this is not really in the thinking of the PDP, and therefore the president has actually gone off with a very small delegation to represent this country, when an opportunity existed for us to show a broad unanimity on this issue. Because Mandela brought peoples together. Mandela was a man of peace, that having been in prison for all these years, came out and forgave the people who were his captors. President Obama has said that Mandela is a man who actually bent justice. And this is something that we must be very careful about in Guyana, that justice is not taken away from us. And so if we are to respect the life and works of Mandela, we should practice it in our own country by ensuring that justice and equity prevail in our society. To accept that this is the way the PDP behaves, and therefore things like that don't upset us. What the people are expressing on the streets is that they are surprised that the president could have taken such a step and not have invited the leader of the opposition. So the leader of the is not upset at all. Not upset. Yes. Well, I believe what we're saying here is that corruption is eating away at the sinews of this society. Corruption is eating away at everything that we stand for. In all of the layers of society, corruption is endemic. And therefore, this march, why I support this march today, is that it takes a stand. It says to the rest of the world that Guyanese people are prepared to stand and confront corruption. And this is why I'm here today. I'm pleased to be here today to be part of that exercise in standing up to corruption. It is eating away at what we have. And very soon, we will have nothing left to pass on to our children and to our children's children if we allow this level of corruption to continue.
0%. Development. The future we need. Corruption free. Corruption free.
Corruption free.
Corruption free.
Corruption free. Corruption free.
100% corruption free. Corruption free. 100% corruption free.
Okay. My choice to say thank you so much. Yes, my sincere thanks to all of you. Corruption affects mostly the poor, the unfortunate, unemployed, women, children. They are affected by corruption. I'm glad that among this group we've got ordinary people like you. Maybe you're not employed, maybe you're struggling to earn a wage. You're living on less than $1 US a day or $1.25 US a day. We are saying that, and this is, our message is not about Guyana. It is to recognize all over the world. Today is observed as International Anti-Corruption Day. We've started a march to sensitize the public about the effects of corruption, what we can do about it. So the same corruption, zero corruption equals 100% development. So I want to thank all of you for coming.
Yes, United Nations Secretary General has declared publicly on this their message that when there is 100% corruption, we have bad roads, bad education, poor housing, no care for the people, and the money that has the top because of greed never trickles down to the poor working classes. That is what he says. Amen.
Thank you very much for coming, and I hope you will. The march was scheduled for 24. We managed to leave at 15, it's a march with these banners, and some of the folks have been chanting zero corruption equals 100% development, or say no corruption or corruption-free society, and this is what we promote.
And you're under the body what?
We are Transparency Institute, Guyana Incorporated. I'm the president.
Okay, when was this?
It was formed in 2010, November 2010.
With regards to, I know it's a public demonstration.
A march to observe.
March to observe. It's not a day of corruption.
It's not a day of protest. It's a march to observe the day of protest.
Okay, sir. And with regards to the problem going on in the interior with the illegal logging, what comments would you like to comment?
We can deal with that separately, but this is international.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with.
So everybody around the world is marching in
so they are marching or they are having other activities, but we have chosen to.
Yeah, separately.
Yeah.
Do you have any comments with regards to the injustices that the Amerindians are going through? Some of them.
Maybe you can deal with that another time. We don't want to mix up what is happening locally here as against what we're trying to do. We are trying to observe this internationally, so we will try for this occasion.
Focusing on this.
Right.
All right.
I'm a victim of corruption, and the president don't care damn.
Anything else you want to say?
Well, I am saying that this government is not qualified to run this country, because no corrupt government could run a country efficiently, effectively, honestly, and in the interest of everyone. So they have a right to step down